Hi, my name's Tim Lynch. I'm a senior lecturer at Monash University, Gippsland, in the state of Victoria, in Australia. And my presentation is exploring religious education and health and physical education, key learning area connections in primary schools. Three major themes. One is curriculum connections that are made. Second one is spirituality and the links with health and physical education. And the acknowledgement of connections within Catholic education. Now, this study was carried out in Brisbane Catholic education. Catholic education schools are 1 in 5 in the schools in Australia, the ratio, so 20%. Within the religious education, Brisbane Catholic education syllabus materials, it's about promoting gospel-oriented communities. It has two dimensions. One is the educational, which is found in the religious education program, and one is faith formation dimension, which is found within the school community. Spirituality is prevalent within the religious education curriculum, which has 4 strands, and it's prevalent in celebration and prayer. The 4 strands being scripture, belief, celebration, prayer, and morality. And often spirituality is connected with religious education, and only religious education. However, when we look at the Queensland State P10 HP curriculum documents, we find that the dimension of health, being spirituality, is also promoted through health and phys ed and the socio-cultural approach it adopts. And it's defined as the sense of connection to phenomena and unusual events beyond self, and usual sensory and rational existence, a sense of place within the universe. So health within health and physical education, a dimension is spiritual. There are 3 strands within the HPE, Health and Physical Education syllabus. And within the state of Queensland, it is enhancing personal development, developing the concepts and skills for physical activities, and promoting the health of individuals and communities. 3 strands: personal development, physical education, and health. Within the Catholic Christian tradition, personal and social development, which links to the personal development strand, focuses on the lifelong journey towards wholeness as a person created in the image of God and one who contributes to the common good. So there's a link there with personal development and religious education. Spirituality in HPE also links in through sport, which links to physical education and physical activity, sport being the logical extension of physical education. There's been strong support throughout the history, tradition of Catholicism. Many key figures listed there for you: St. Paul, Clement of Alexandria, St. Dominic, St. Thomas Aquinas, Pope Pius II, St. Ignatius, Pope Pius Pope Pius XI, Pope Pius XII, Pope Paul VI, and the late Pope John Paul II. And a quote from Pope John Paul II: "Are not these athletic values the deepest aspirations and requirements of the gospel message?" So links there between the gospel message and physical education, physical activities. It's also, literature shows that it's been successfully exploited to nourish physical and play, physical education exploited to nourish children's spirituality through godly play method and drama. So we want to look, investigate to see if this exists in practice. And if it does, can more be done? So physical activity, which includes play, which is a natural part of a growing child and their world. And if this is happening in practice, can more be done? So the research purpose are connections made by teachers and students in practice. The research design there: constructionism, interpretivism, symbolic interactionism, 3 case study schools. Interviews, semi-structured, focus group, reflective journal, observations and document analysis. Now I'm just going to skim through this to get the presentation done in 15 minutes, and you can always go to my paper and refer to that for more information about these areas, including the analysis of data. But it was all done valid, okay, so that it was very much worthy, and that the data was, as I said, valid and could be make its suggestions. So it was 3 case study schools, 1 less than 200 students, 1 between 200 and 400 students, and 1 over 400 students. The demographics were different socioeconomic areas, size, and also just geographically where they were situated within Brisbane. Okay, now case study 1 school. Just go through my notes here. It was the smallest school, less than 200. Okay, did not have a HP specialist teacher. The classroom teachers, were responsible for all 3 strands of the HP curriculum. So there was an early years, middle years, and upper years classroom teacher and class that I went and researched. The teachers all had at least 10 years teaching experience. None of the teacher participants had specialist training in HPE, and only 1 had received professional development in the Queensland HPE syllabus. There was no whole school curriculum program for HPE. The concepts and skills were few and often repeated. All teacher participants within Case Study 1 school agreed that there were connections between HPE and the religious education curriculum. Teachers shared that the students had medium interest in physical activities, which was reinforced through observations and focus group interviews. Kate, the early years teacher, that's a pseudonym, stated that HPE curriculum connects with religious education through cooperation and games. And Jody, the middle years teacher, pseudonym, concurred, saying that it can't help the incidental learning which occurs between HP and RE, and you need to go over this each time. Kevin, pseudonym, the upper years teacher, strongly agreed, stating there is a link certainly between HP and RE. Yes, we could draw stronger links than there are already. Kevin added that at his previous school, the strong link was evident between the 2 learning areas because the assistant principal of religious education and the school counsellor taught a great deal of the personal development strand. The student participants in the upper years of the school also agreed that during physical activities they used gospel values. Case Study 2 school, between 2 and 400 students. Case Study 2 school appeared to have a well-designed and implemented physical education curriculum program, which both teachers and students believed to be important, beneficial and enjoyable. The school had a HP specialist teacher who was responsible for the physical activity strand, and the classroom teachers were responsible for the health and personal development strands. Furthermore, there was a whole school curriculum program for the physical education strand, or the physical activity strand. All teacher participants felt that the HP specialists offered a wide range of physical activities and sports within the school, which was perceived as a school strength. For this reason, teachers shared that the students had high interest in physical activities, which was reinforced through observations and focus group interviews. And that's referred to in the table, okay, where it goes through just there. It's table 4 in the actual paper. All teacher participants believed that the personal development strand of the Queensland Health and Physical Education syllabus connected well with the religious education curriculum. In the early years, Kim, pseudonym, found that personal development ties in well with social studies and religion. She referred to both religious education and personal development when teaching how we treat others and getting on with people with our gospel values and our emotional state. Kim used the resource book Friendly Children, Friendly Classrooms to assist her in teaching related curriculum. In the middle years, Sean, pseudonym, believed that personal development that occurs in the HP physical activities lessons related to the religious education curriculum and gospel values. However, when questioned about whether such a link existed, he replied, "I think in the hidden curriculum, yes. Whether teachers are aware of it, no." Sean further explained, "You can only ensure that people are planning for these sorts of outcomes in religion when you're actually using religion as the base, and then making a real attempt to be being true to seeing how PE applies to that. I think that it can be artificial and superficial if it wasn't planned to do it that way, then you're just hoping for the best. That somehow a Catholic school is adding a spiritual component, I think it has to be true to an intended desire to plan with that in mind. In the upper years, Lucy thought personal development does seem to fit in well with some of the RE outcomes. The teacher participants believe that both key learning areas encourage self-belief, awareness of others, and empathy. The upper years student participants believe that the health and physical education key learning area physical activity strand helps you feel better about yourself and you will have more self-esteem. The students also stated that when they enjoyed team sports, it was because they were working together and there was good team spirit. It is fun to know that you're having fun with other people in the group. Within Case Study 2 school, the HPE curriculum was developmentally appropriate and subsequently the program was very popular amongst the student participants. And again, if you look at Case Study 2 school in the Table 5, you can see that it was quite not only by popular or their favourite subject, not only perceived that as the teachers thought there was a high interest, but also there was strong interest coming through in the table. Summary of Case Study 3 school, over 400 students. Case Study 3 school had a HPE specialist teacher who was responsible mainly for the physical activity strand. The 4 teaching participants had varying degrees of teaching experience. The teacher participants who had begun teaching in the BCE school since 2001 were not familiar with the information of the HPE syllabus. They had not received in-service training within this learning area and indicated that they lacked confidence implementing it. This included the specialist HPE teacher. Furthermore, the beginning years teacher had no development training within HPE and there was no whole school curriculum program for HPE. All teacher participants reported that the HPE learning area was very valuable and students appeared to enjoy HPE physical activities. However, the students did not appear to be as interested in the key learning area as the teachers perceived them to be. Again, in the table, even though the teachers thought that there was high interest, no students listed in the focus groups listed as their favourite subject or key learning area, even though on their questionnaire they did indicate they had a strong interest in physical activities. All teachers agreed that there were connections between HPE and the religious education curriculum. Alicia, pseudonym for the early years teacher, found that it connects a little bit, but the early years children probably need that connection made for them. We do lots of role playing as well, and we would be role playing situations when we are outside the playground or when we are playing a particular game. Bianca, in the middle years, said that she looks at personal development and religion time. Veronica, upper years, added that there are definite connections between personal development and religion, and also that personal development is a big part of the RE curriculum. The HPE specialist Naomi, pseudonym, believed that being a team member on a team, you're doing all types of values, you're showing respect, cooperation and leadership. The middle years and upper years student participants believed that gospel values that they learn in religious education related to HPE physical activity lessons. The middle years and upper years student participants thought that you could learn to cooperate in HPE lessons by working as a team, and you learn how to cooperate in games. Consideration is promoted. My friend is not that good at soccer. I give her a couple of chances. I show her how to kick. Tolerance is another virtue that is experienced and promoted. There were 2 preschoolers, and I taught them how to play soccer, as well as an appreciation of human potential and acceptance is promoted through realising that it's, at times in HP, some are better than others in certain activities. As one upper years participant said, I'm good at taekwondo, soccer and shot put, but I'm not that good at high jump or long jump. The learning area HPE through the physical activities strand enables promotion of the quality of concern for the unfortunate. It tells you that you have to be kind, not to be mean to other people who are not as good at sport as you. If we look at the summary of the 3 case study schools, all teacher participants and the majority of students from all 3 case study schools made the connections between HPE and the religious education curriculum. The teachers made it between the religious education and the personal development strand, and religious education and the physical activity strand. Students made it mainly between religious education and the physical activity strand. Case Study 2 and 3 schools identified the strongest connections, and they also had specialist PE teachers. Now, In the discussion, literature suggesting that there are strong connections is supported in practice. Teachers